But I want to talk about ICE now because guys, I have been. ICE is fucking terrifying. The state of America right now and the way that things have unraveled so far this year, and it's like the fucking second week, is diabolical. It is fucking insane. I don't understand. Well, I'm saying I don't understand. I understand why people have their opinions. There's a lot of fucking propaganda going around. But what I am seeing is just repeated violation of human rights over and over and over again, and genuinely horrifying fucking stories. Since Trump made his fucking detainment camps those years ago, it has sounded like the Holocaust all over again. Like, firstly, I want to talk about the like there's a lot happening presently, but the camps have been an issue for quite a fucking long time. Where, so if you didn't know, ICE is has kind of always been a thing in America. It's essentially been kind of like to deport illegal immigrants. It's kind of like what they've been known for. But Trump essentially in his first term kind of changed what they were doing and made their approach more aggressive and hostile. More hostile in the way that they took a lot of immediate action, like a lot of immediate action. One of the things is that they started making these detainment camps, and these camps, from what I know and what I have heard, is people. Well, initially, they would take supposedly illegal immigrants, right? Put them and hold them in these camps. And the thing with this was that started outraging people at the start was it wasn't just adults, they would take children too. And now let me just put this into context. Imagine a prison, right? At a prison, you get 3 meals a day. You get food and water, you have a proper working bathroom and a shower, and you have a bed. And you have the chance to sleep. Those are all human rights. Those are given to rapists, pedophiles, and worse, murderers, in prison. These so-called illegal immigrants at first were not given most of these basic necessities. A lot of the camps give people 1 meal a day, or it's like essentially like something like 1 piece of bread a day, 1 tortilla a day, something where it's not nutritionally dense at all, barely enough food to sustain yourself. Secondly, they have their lights are never turned off in these centers, which is its own form of torture. You're denying people their right to sleep. People are unable to go to sleep properly in these centers. They don't get blankets. Some people might get like a tinfoil blanket, but there's such a small amount of those blankets going around. It's like people just have to sleep without proper bedding. They don't even get the water they get is either like 1 small bottle a day or every few days, and they have to use that water to decide whether they can use it to drink it or use to clean themselves with it, because they aren't allowed to shower properly, and they aren't allowed to shower properly and can they come and brush their teeth, casually commit war crimes against minors. Yes, this has been happening for so fucking long. This is the thing, it's like this is not new. Food is given to them spoiled as well. Yes, exactly. The detainment camps have literally mirrored the camps from the fucking Holocaust. The state that these people have to live is insane. Now, you can argue, oh, but they're illegal, like blah, blah, blah. Fucking murderers have better, like, living situations than some immigrants who haven't committed any crime other than come into a country. And it has been like that for years, since Trump's first term. Okay? So it's already a fucking violation of international law. So ICE has already been, like, incredibly fucked up. It started off as them just rounding up, like, you know, what they deemed illegal immigrants, which, by the way, it's already rooted in bigotry. Because if you are hiring bigots to detain these people, they will just go on off of accents, and appearance, etc. I have seen videos of ICE agents literally saying, I am approaching you right now because of your accent. Not one, not two, not three, at least fucking 5 to 10 videos of fucking people of ICE agents approaching US citizens and telling them your accent is what made me come and speak to you now. They are literally fucking profiling, okay? And it gets worse because these people that they're profiling are citizens. They are detaining them whether they have a card or not. Sometimes these people literally, citizens for over 20 years, they get detained just because their card isn't on their person. That is fucking ridiculous. There is no... it is unbelievably backwards. Now, just to add more to this. People that are being hired in ICE, the screening process for it is as good as, can you hold a gun? Are you physically fit? Yes? Okay, you're in. It's as fucking good as that. At least the police, the fucking police in America, which is already a fucked up system, they have better screening and training processes than fucking ICE do. They are taking anybody from where the fuck, no, like, fucking butt nowhere, are getting opportunities here to be a part of this group of ICE, and these people are already bigots. They are already bigots. They already have biases against the population, and they are the ones enforcing these fucked up rules and laws. ICE are so heavily armed but so poorly trained. Exactly. They only receive roughly 40 days training. Yes. And because so many white supremacists are so for ICE and what ICE is doing, they are the ones joining this program. Okay? Some of these people are fucking sex offenders. And they are like ICE agents. Doubly fit, thank you. Okay. So these people have weapons. They have guns, they have weapons, and they are roaming the streets freely. Now, here's what is so alarming and why I'm talking about this again now is because the frequency and the way they are approaching doing this is fucking, like, it is like rapidly increasing to the point where it is, I can actually see it's so out of hand. They are no longer just going for like immigrants, whatever. They're literally stopping people on the street. They are going door to door, knocking on people's houses to arrest them and to question them. They are stopping people while they are working in established, reputable places. And they are taking them from their jobs and workplaces. And what makes it worse is when you are detained by ICE, your phone is taken from you immediately. You're unable to contact, like once you're in these detention centers, which, by the way, the detention centers that I just explained to you have like little to no actual like access to food and water. They also can't contact their families. You are not allowed to make phone calls when you are in these centers. At least when you are fucking arrested, you can make one phone call. You can't even call your loved ones or your family when you're detained. Thank you for the follow. Hi, Ika. Good night, Belief. President is an SA offender and pitbull. Yes, he fucking is. So there was a video of him tripping on ice. The gun went off when they hit the ground. Yeah, so they're walking around with their guns, not on safety, by the way. If you look a certain way, you are at risk of essentially being kidnapped. Yes, essentially, people are being kidnapped in broad fucking daylight. Broad fucking daylight. Dude, you can be walking. Thank you for the follow, Swifty. Video of the off-duty ICE agent with SS lightning bolts in his neck. Yes. Prison, yes, people in detention centers aren't even given visitation hours, okay? Hi, EQ. Surely it'll work. Yes, surely it'll work. But now, here's the thing. How ICE has been moving, especially lately, with their door-to-door knocking, with the arresting in broad daylight, getting people while they're working. It's like they have already detained enough fucking people in the years prior. They are now targeting fucking anybody. Anybody. They are rooted in bigotry. It's rooted in bigotry. These people don't care who gets detained. It's almost like they're filling a quota. Like, I don't know the exact, like, I don't know what their quotas are, if they have quotas or something, but it's almost like they are filling a quota. The same way, like, PSOs, public transport officers in Australia, they find people because they have a monthly quota to fill. It feels like that, where ICE has a certain amount of people they have to get into detention centers. I don't know, though. This is just me spitballing, but you know what I mean. The lack of screening for these agents, just anybody, no criminal history, no proper background check on these people. Okay, anybody can get let in, are given weapons authorized by the fucking state, bro. And they are walking around the streets, detaining people in broad daylight, harassing citizens, working people, the backbone of the American fucking society right now. Okay? Didn't even... They get rewards based on how many people detained. There are quotas, yes. Okay. Yes. The citizen who was detained talked about how they were bragging about how many people they got. Okay. Fantastic. Now... Saying that, though, like fucking anything, there has now been fucking brutality. Like the police brutality that the BLM protests fought against. There's the brutality is happening now with ICE. They are targeting even African Americans still. How can an African American be a fucking immigrant? How? Black people are also once again being targeted for this. Not just the immigrants. It is fucking insane. Like, how prevalent the bigotry is, and they're not stopping it. And what's worse is I see senators of especially blue states saying they do not want ICE in their state, and ICE is still in the state. Okay, now I want to talk about Renee Macklin Good. I actually, no, before that, I want to say there have been countless people who have been murdered by ICE, and people have been, and then it has been seemingly like not a murder. It was an accident. They died accidentally with an altercation with ICE. They, it was their fault. They brought it upon themselves. Like blah 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 blah. Fucking insane. Fucking insane. By the way, a lot of people. But then you go on the Wikipedia. It says only 6 people died last year. Not true. There are so many different names. I think over fucking 30 people at least. Different names, individual names. I will get a list of names myself, and I'll put them on my fucking link tree once I get them. Because there are so many people who have died because of ICE. People who have gone missing. Okay? Oh, that reminds me. Now, you may think, once you're detained, okay, and then you get deported, what happens to you? You lose contact with your family. People that are getting deported then no longer can access anything that they had back in America. And imagine this, right? You are somebody who, for example, you moved to America when you were 7 years old. You lived in America for 20, 30 years. And you get deported back to whatever country that you originally immigrated from. You have nothing there. And you can never go back to America again. When they get detained, they don't have contact with their family. Then they're put into situations where they're unable to fight back in any shape or form. For example, let's say you're living your daily life. You're on your way home from work to meet your fucking family, okay? And you get detained on the way home. You are not, and then you're deported. There, at no point in that process do you say bye to your family. You are able to talk to your loved ones. You just technically go missing. They can't call you. You can't call them, and you just go missing, and you're gone. And that's it. You don't get your phone back. It's fucking psychotic. Also, now they are also doing these raids at not just workplaces, not just on the streets, but at schools. They are going to schools. They are taking children away from their families. Children under 18-year-olds are being taken from their families, from their fucking families, in the same exact way. They can't contact them once they're taken, and they're being deported to a country where they have no family, no connections, nothing, and they're just sent there. Fucking children, guys. There was a thing, I think it was called Freaky Friday. They called it Freaky Friday, and essentially they would detain these children interrogate them. And even if the children were born in America, or they moved here when they were young, even if they had a citizenship, they would say that they would threaten their family and say, if you don't agree to what we're going to tell you, your family will be in danger. And they essentially give the children, I think around 2,500 US dollars to go overseas and get deported, essentially, and and get kicked out of the country. But in that period, they don't get to like talk to their family at before that process. But it's like the legal guardian isn't present, coercion, and when you're a child, you think $2,500 is a lot of money, so you might just say yes. And also your family's getting threatened, so you're like, oh, okay, I'll say yes. Like, yeah, okay, fine. And it's like, and then these kids are just being kicked out just like that. Apparently people are scared to go to school because their classmates are gone. Half of their classmates are not in their class anymore because they've been fucking deported. It is ramping up at such an uncomprehensible way. It is horrifying, fucking terrifying. And I wanted to, before I talk about what you can do if you are American, which I will talk about that now, I want to talk about the people that I know, just a few names of people that have been physically abused by us. Talk about states rights, for example, Roe versus... We're leaving it up to the states. When it comes to immigration enforcement, Trump admin coming with ICE and override the states. Another example is distortion of history regarding the Confederacy that wasn't strictly but rather state rights to keep slavery. My point is that the Republicans constantly talk about states' rights. Oh, yes, exactly. Fucking exactly. The U.S. has supposed to have state agency. That's what I was trying to say. They're supposed to be state agency. It's part of what they're fucking... It's part of their entire fucking thing. Where is it now? It's bordering a dictatorship at this point. Now, I want to... Okay, firstly, Jose Paniagua... I think that's how you say it. Paniagua. Last year, his legs were deliberately run over by ICE agents because he apparently resisted arrests, and he was then still deported, and all his friends and family have currently lost contact with him. One of them, Jamie Alanis Garcia. He's an older gentleman. They spun the story to say that he fell from his roof in an altercation with ICE, but witnesses that saw him pass away say he was tased. Marma Martinez, a young woman, she was shot five times because she was accused of attempting to run over ICE agents, but she survived in hospital and was still treated as a criminal because she apparently tried to run them over. Okay? Keith Porter. He's a father of a daughter, a black man shot on New Year's Eve. Thank you for the follow. It's crazy. Imagine getting a call about your family getting kidnapped and deported. I don't know what I would do. Some people don't even get a fucking call. Imagine your family dying, getting murdered, getting injured because one, either they're getting unlawfully detained and arrested, or two, they're getting fucking what's the word? They're bystanders stepping in and they get hurt. Imagine that. People are getting arrested before they're able to show their green card. How is that okay? God. Okay, anyways, Renee Macklin Good. She has become a face of all the protests in America right now. If you haven't seen, there has been a lot of mobilization in the U.S. right now. Once again, it is so important that people have to fucking move and mobilize and actually fucking do something. People are protesting. There are so many protests happening right now, and Renee kind of kickstarted. Renee and Keith, the most recent deaths, fucking New Year's and a few days ago, shot in cold blood by fucking ICE. And now when you think of Renee Macklin Good, now this is what I find incredibly fucking important, guys, and I need you to bear with me here. Renee Macklin Good, she is a white woman, a mother, a Christian lady, a blonde woman. If ICE is so bigoted, why would they shoot her? That may be something that somebody might ask if I'm here talking about the bigotry that ICE has, okay? Where's the bigotry in that? Maybe she did actually fucking, try and run the guy over. Maybe she was being aggressive in it. But she was there in the car with her wife. Renee Macklin Good had a wife. She was a queer woman. Her wife, very clearly presenting as a lesbian. They are lesbians. They are two women. The wife was apparently antagonizing the ICE agent. She was simply speaking back to him the way any man would if their own wife was getting fucking harassed by some fucking random person. And then this man shot her. If you look at a play-by-play of the fucking video of her getting shot, the man in question, he, even before Renee Macklin Good was able to reverse and move out the way, he was holding a phone, right, recording the interaction. He swapped his hands and put his hand on his firearm way before the car started moving. It was premeditated in that way. He wanted to shoot them. He was fucking angry. It was fucking bigotry. This is a queer issue. It is a queer issue. This woman was gay. She was gay. She had a wife. She has 3 children. I think 4 children, actually. They are married. And telling me now people aren't even considering her wife as someone who deserves custody of the children. They are legal fucking partners. Trump referred to her wife as her Renee and her friend. They were fucking lovers. They were together. It is a fucking queer issue. And people aren't fucking talking about it. Fine, make her face all you want, but this is also bigotry. And I feel fucking sick. Because imagine being her. She is somebody who had a husband at one point, a husband and a man after that. She dated 2 men long term before she met her current wife. Imagine going through the motions as a lesbian woman with men that you know you are not in love with. You are mistreated by them. You then move away from them, try to protect your children. You find the love of your life. You're happy together because you're finally figuring out who you are. You're 37 years old. You finally figured out who you fucking are. You're with the love of your life. You have your children. You're happy. You moved to Minnesota to start fresh, to start anew, and you get fucking shot in the face like that. Think about that. Have no legal guardian at the moment. They have a legal guardian. It's her wife. And also some random man who's apparently the estranged father is trying to gain custody. No, I think she has 3 children, or 2 children and 1 6-year-old boy. 2 of the children's father, who's very estranged, who's still alive, is the one trying to claim custody now. The 6-year-old boy has a different father, and he's deceased. That's the fact. As European, as a POC, do you think she would be getting the same traction if she wasn't white? No, it wouldn't be, because Keith Porter got fucking shot a few days before that, and there was no traction. She is a white woman at the end of the day. She is a good convenient face for this protest. Fine, it's getting traction now, but I want to bring to light, she was a queer woman. This is still bigotry. I was so fucking outraged hearing about it, because I'm hearing about this woman getting shot and this happening to her, but no one's talking about the fact that she's gay. She was gay. She was with her wife. Her wife was in the car with her when she got shot in the face. Imagine you settle down with love of your life. You are with your partner for life. You are protecting your partner the way you know you were supposed to protect her, and she gets shot next to you. Like, hello? It is fucking insane. And on top of that, he shoots her. He fucking whips out his gun, shoots her so fast, and then he fucking, he calls her a fucking bitch right after. He whispers under his breath, fucking bitch. By the way, Renee Good was smiling at him the whole time. She was peaceful. She had no animosity. She said word for word, I am not going to hurt you. And he fucking shot her. Fucking piece of shit. They're giving Jonathan Ross, they're giving this man complete immunity, by the way, because apparently she tried to run him over. How many times can they use the fucking run over bullshit? Like seriously. Jonathan Ross, a fucking bigot. He's a fucking bigot. It was bigotry. Once again, these ICE agents aren't being screened properly, and he is shooting fucking everyday, day-to-day citizens. Can you fucking believe that? On top of that, they were shot in their own neighborhood. Their neighbors came to her help because they know her and they care about her because she was a kind woman. Healthcare workers were going to try and help her, and the ICE agents refused to let them on the fucking scene. They let her die. She was bleeding out in front of them, and the agents couldn't even do anything. The healthcare workers, the neighbors, that is their neighbor. That is a woman who deserves treatment, and they denied her treatment. Why? Actually, bullshit. Obviously not by exactly. He moved his hand on the gun before she even moved the car. It was premeditated. They weren't standing in front of the car. He was on the side of the car. Exactly. I am fucking sick to my stomach. If anything, I know there can be multiple faces, but she deserves a face. She deserves to cause uproar at the end of the day as well. Every single person who passed away deserves to cause uproar. I know that because she is a white woman, that is why people are mobilizing now, and that's fucked up in its own way. People are speaking because there have been so many immigrants who have been murdered so far, and their voice hasn't been used. Keith Porter, not even an immigrant, but he's By Scott, not even an immigrant, but he's still a black man. He wasn't used as the face. It's important to remember the names, but Renee Macklin Good has now become the face of the protests, and that is how it is right now. But you have to remember, she was a queer woman with a wife. People didn't even know she had a wife, and her wife was sobbing at her memorial, and people had to assume that she was the wife because people aren't acknowledging this woman. Imagine that. Seriously, this is more than the reason than ever to fucking mobilize. This is horrific. Good breakdown of it. Legal perspective. How Ross did violate multiple protocols. I'd recommend Legal Eagles breakdown of it. That bitch makes me mad because I can put my hands and fuck out bitches. So, you can't put your hands on them, but here is what you can do. And I'm going to read out word for word what I have on my story and what I put in my Discord. And what you can do if you are American and if ICE is in your state and area. This is what you can do. I want you to know this is your time to actually fucking mobilize. You don't have to sit in your room and do nothing anymore. There's so many things you can do. You can stay aware all you want, but there are ways you can help. If you are American, there are so many things you can do. Firstly, if someone is getting chased by ICE and they seek refuge in your home, you have every right to have them within your premises, and ICE cannot enter your home or small business without a legal warrant. As long as you do not show them that you are allowing them into your home. So you don't wave them in, you don't open the door or anything, you don't show any of that. But this person runs in, enters the house without your consent, seeming consent. You are allowed to keep them there on your private property for as long as you wish. It is also your right to remain silent when confronted with ICE agents, as they legally cannot withhold you or do anything. They cannot legally withhold you because you didn't allow the person onto your house, and they also are not allowed to enter your property without a legal warrant. You do not have to give up the person on your property to ICE because of this reason. And the important thing is to stay silent and not respond or engage with the ICE agents, and they will have to be forced to leave. You don't have to cuss them out. You don't have to talk shit to them. You don't have to do anything. You can just stay silent, and they can't do anything. Even a hello, they can twist that as saying, "Oh, that you gave me permission to come in your house." You know what I mean? Hello, Diraj. I failed my exam today. I'm sorry to hear that. You are also allowed to help your neighborhood and engage in walks and observe your area. But by that I mean walk around your area, walk around your local place as often as you can. That is when you will be catching these people kidnapping citizens, normal working class people, children, in broad fucking daylight. And that is one way you can help, by walking around and being able to observe, video, record, see what is happening. Get the names and numbers of your neighbors and your friends, because once ICE detains someone, they don't allow them outside contact, because most of the time they take their phones and they cannot call you, and if they don't remember your phone number, and they can't reach you, and then you also can't reach them. Get the names and numbers of your friends, of your immigrant friends, of anybody you know, of your neighbors. Learn your neighbors' names. It doesn't take a long time to learn your neighbors' names, and just engage them in some way. It's scary, sure, but you, as an American, you are genuinely about to enter the next Holocaust. I'm not trying to fucking fearmonger or anything. People are being kidnapped under your fucking nose. Learn your neighbors' names. Know who they are. Know when they're missing. That's all you can fucking do. Get their phone number. Get their phone number. Stay in contact with each other. Doesn't matter your differences right now. You need to be mobilizing, especially if you're American. If not your neighbors, your friends, your family. Keep in contact. Keep in touch. Keep tabs on each other. Allow that to happen. If anyone, and also, if anyone you know is detained, you might be able to contact the ICE OPLA, the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Office of the Principal Legal Advisor Office in your area, and they may be able to give you the A hashtag number of the detainees, which is what you need to generally contact them. Most people are too selfish. Doesn't matter if most people are too selfish. You can do something. If you are watching this right now and you are American, you can do something. You can go and talk to your neighbors. You can get your friends' names and numbers. That's what you can do. Fine, they don't do it. You can do it. Everyone watching this right now can fucking do it. Keep tabs on each other. That is all you can do. That's all you can do to actually help. Because if you don't, who else is going to do it? Who else will do it? Fine, no one else will do it. You can do it. I was just saying... Not you, Leah. I'm talking in general. Don't worry. But now it's not the time to stay silent, because children are generally being kidnapped. This is what you have to do right now. I have a link to one where it's Know Your Rights with ICE. This website is not very well put together, but it's by the Immigration Defense Project. It's also on my link tree. Please have a look at it. It's definitely not the best website that I can give right now, but for now, this is what you can do. Please have a look at it. Know your rights. If ICE does approach you or contact you in any way, this is the time to do something. You're not meant to do nothing right now. You have to mobilize. You have to do something. Attend a protest if you can. If you can. This is like a 10-year-old project, by the way, but this is like a very... It's a bit convoluted, hard to reach, but go do something. You can go and keep updated to the news in your state, up to date with the news in your state. Go on walks, patrols. They're called patrols, but go on walks. Legally, they're a walk. Go on walks. Be there. Be aware. If you see someone get detained, get their full name, get their number. That's what you have to do. Go outside. I'm sorry, but go outside. You have to do it. If you don't, who is going to do it? If you don't, who will? Now is the time. People are finally mobilizing. ICE has been an issue for fucking years now. Now is your time to go and fucking do something. Because any more casualties is unjust. Renee shouldn't have died. Renee Macklin Good shouldn't have died. Keith Porter shouldn't have fucking died. You have to do something. I can't do anything. This is the best I can do. If I was there, I would want to do something too. And you can say all you want. Both sides are, if you are the average American, fine. Both sides are bad. The illegal immigrants, whatever. Maybe they deserve it, whatever. I don't fucking care. People shouldn't die. The citizens that are being detained are being illegally held. They are citizens. They shouldn't be held. These are your neighbors I'm talking about. You should care about your neighbors. You should be having empathy for the people around you and the people that are in your state. Because no one deserves this treatment. Not even pedophiles get this kind of treatment when they are held in prison. People in detention just get so much worse. And you shouldn't want anybody anybody to be going through this right now. So please have a look at the links that I've been sending right now, and I will be keeping an update on all the people that I've seen have been injured and killed in America right now. Hi Jay. Yes, please mobilize, do something. Do something. You have to do something now. Please go on walks. Be outside, be vigilant. They're taking people from their workplaces, from schools. People's neighbors have just gone missing. They don't even know where they've gone. Your neighbor will go missing and you won't even know their name. Go and ask your neighbor their name. Go do it. It's not gonna fucking kill you. You might seem weird, sure, but you've done something. It doesn't matter. Now is the time to do it. Because what they're doing right now is so insane. You have to do something. You don't need to put yourself in danger, but you have to mobilize and help each other. Because you can have differences in politics all you want, but you can all be against injustice together and do something about it. Yeah? This is my point. This is what I want to talk about, and this is what I want to end with as well. This has been a very long segment, but ICE guys, this is the start of the next Holocaust, bro. I'm not joking. I'm not being dramatic. If you really see how fucked up it is, it's start the next this is what they did in the fucking Holocaust. They are taking people's papers away from them. Their legal fucking papers. Even if they came here, right? They didn't have citizenship when they came to America, and then they got the citizenship. They're still being deported. How is that fucking okay? How is that okay? Please, just mobilize somehow. If you can't do any of the things I listed right now, at least be aware of what's happening in your area. Make an effort to check it every day. If you don't, I will try and do it for you, and I will remind you, because this is not fucking okay. Not okay. Also, justice for Renee Macklin Good. Please, she was a queer woman. She was a queer woman, mother of 3, a wife. She was 37 years old and she was a Christian woman. She did not deserve to fucking die. Keith Porter didn't deserve to fucking die. Okay? Please. It's bigotry. It's bigotry at the end of the day. Deadass it is the beginning of the Holocaust, bro. It's not fucking okay. And Trump has no fucking empathy at all. No fucking empathy at all. It makes me sick. I'm sick to my stomach. I'm done. But yes, I will keep my Linktree updated as much as I can. Know your rights. If you are American, know your rights. This does not need to happen to you and your loved ones and your neighbors and your community and your state. Okay? It doesn't matter. You can do it. I will keep updating things for you guys. My Linktree, which I've again pinned, I will keep having good resources for you guys. I will make sure they're trustworthy resources. I will make sure that they're well informed, succinct, and good enough for you guys. But once again, the reason I am trying to bring awareness is not just for any fucking reason. Thank you, Icky, by the way. I want people to believe that they can mobilize, because your voice matters, your opinion matters, and everything that you choose to do matters as an individual. It doesn't matter if nobody else is doing it. As long as you do it, that's all that matters. It is important, and you are important, and every vote counts. Every vote counts. Not that there's any voting, but in the way that it's like every single voice matters. You know what I mean? To fight against injustice. Yes, and fighting doesn't mean having to go out of your way. People are working hard working people. You have other things to do in your life. You have probably a family to feed, I'm sure, but all you have to do is just be aware. First step, be aware, and that will help in the long run. Please, I can't bear to hear this anymore. And every time I see Renee's face, I want to cry. I want to cry. And you should want to cry too. And once again, I want to bring to light, this is a fucking queer issue as well. This was bigotry. She was a lesbian woman. I feel so fucking sick. I feel sick to my fucking stomach. But I have said my piece. I hope you guys, and guys, the fact that, like, I had someone message me and tell me that they didn't even know what ice was until 3 days ago. What do you mean? Like, not their fault, but that's how uninformed some people are. And it's not, again, once again, not their fault, but there needs to be information being spread. Okay? Talk to your friends about it. Talk to people that you know about it. If you're American, best thing you can, there is power in communication and numbers.